how I enter a long trade, and also obviously how we enter a trade in general. But I think what I'm going to do is focus on a long trade for now, and we're going to do this on the S&P 500, and I'll give you the basic setups that I look for to enter a long trade. Okay, so first things first, I only trade with the trend. So if the trend is up, I am trading with the trend. How do I define the trend? I use the 8 hour. If you don't have an 8 hour time frame on your trading station, then a daily is also fine. Okay, you can also work with a 4 hour. It just with the 4 hour you do have a little bit more chop. Okay, so first thing I do is look at the 8 hour. Which way is it heading? I'm not really interested in lining up trend lines, etc. I just want to know what direction are we going in. And you can see we are generally heading up at the moment. So for this, I am only looking for longs. I will never trade these short pullbacks because that's just basically trying to pick the top. And I'm not very good at picking tops. Okay, so I'm pretty good at finding a base, finding a floor. While picking a bottom in an uptrend, I think is probably the correct way to do it. Okay, so the first thing I do is look for the trend. Okay, the trend is to the upside. I'm looking for longs. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look for opportunities. Okay, now I'm going to come right the way down here by the trend change. So first thing I do is I look for these fractals on the 8 hour. Okay, and then what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price to go past them. Once price is past them, I put that level in, and that becomes the level I want to buy off. So that 26,427 there. Okay, so let's just put a marker in here so we know it's there. And then I will come down to the hour to continue the trade. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in a bit here. So I can fine tune this slightly. That was the 8 hour level there. Okay, and you can see what I'm waiting for is a breakthrough and retest of it. Now, there is my entry right over there. Okay, so what am I looking for at that level? I'm first looking for a break, and then I'm looking for a retest. A retest means that I have price action on that level that indicates it's bullish price action. Okay, and for me, there are only three patterns I look at. Well, four actually. The first one is exactly what you see here, which is an inside bar. Okay, there's another inside bar there. And the next one is an engulfing bar. There's an engulfing bar there. And the third one that I always pay attention to is pin bars. Okay, there's a pin bar there. Right, but I want the pin bar off a level. And then the last one is a piercing pattern. In other words, you'll see price would have gapped below the previous bar, then come up and close halfway up the bar. Those are the four bullish patterns that I look for. If I don't see that, I'm not interested in anything else. Okay, I want to see clear indication that buyers are coming off the level. Now, what you need to bear in mind is V reversals are very rare. Okay, even though we've got a major V reversal at the in play at the moment on the S&P, when you start drilling down to your lower time frames, V reversals are very rare. Now, I can do this up until the 15-minute. So you can see I've got 15, 20, 30, 1 hour charts. So you can see there is the level. You can see we didn't quite get it, then we got it here. Okay, so you can also, same principle applies on the lower time frames. If I'm trading the 15-minute, I know this is the area that I need to pay attention to. There's my pin bar off a level, that's long. Okay, your risk to reward here is pretty much a break up there, a stop below. It's 128 points for 1,000 points. Okay, so that's almost a 9-to-1 trade there. Okay, we just come back the hour. The second thing that I always pay attention to is V reversals are rare, so I'm always expecting another move down. Okay, and the move down will either be to the next fractals that are made, which are here, or alternatively back to the level. And we've got to back the level. When I get a second move down like that, that's another entry for me to be long. This first one would have been profit taken. I would have taken profit up there. waited for the pullback to get back in, and then this one is just allows me to get a much bigger trade out of it. Okay, so now that I have a confirmed trend change, I can stick to the hour, and basically every breakout, there's the level breakout there. Okay, let's just move this along. You can see we broke up above it, pulled back, then back above it. Very messy. Then we were using it as support. Okay, way too messy for me. I'm looking for a clear opportunity here to buy. The next clear opportunity comes in this area here. Okay, and I can again fine tune the level. There are my inside fractals. That's my level that I'm looking for. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for pin bars, inside bars, engulfing bars. I've got all three of them here. I've got an inside bar, I've got a pin bar, I've got an engulfing bar. All three of them off a level. And then another pin bar there. Okay, and then you can see what transpired next. Okay, so again, guys, pretty straightforward. It is 8-hour levels, and if we just come to what price is actually doing right to now, this very day on the 16th of July 2020, you can see I have a level. I have a couple of levels here. So I have one pretty much, there's my inside tail there. That is a level. I'm slightly below that. Here is my next level to the downside here. So what am I waiting for currently? Because I am currently waiting for a long. I'm waiting for a pin bar off a level. I have a pin bar off a level. And if I fine tune it, there's my inside fractals for the hour. I have this 1 hour pin bar. The markets, European markets have just opened. So I will wait another hour to see whether this is confirmed or not. I do have some other levels to downside that I need to pay attention to. Okay, so at this stage, there's a major level here. You can see use it as support, use it as resistance, and there's a gap close here. So this is an area that I'm actually very keen to watch. Okay, so let's just find another opportunity here just to highlight it. Okay, so have a look at this area here. This was a double bottom. Okay, let's just take one of these levels here. So you can see we moved down on the hour, back up, down, up. Remember, I'm not interested in the short. The trend is up. Okay, the minute you start looking at the 8-hour, the trend is up. This little pullback didn't break below this low. Trend is still up. Okay, that's now double bottom. It's an 8-hour level, right? Come down to the 1 hour. Where are we there? Okay, and you can see didn't quite get a buy opportunity there because we didn't tag it, but we definitely got one here, and you can see there's another 2 fractals here, which is my level there. How would I have taken that trade? Pretty much a pin bar off there. You can see there's a 1 bar pin bar, and it's an inside bar as well. That would have got me long. Probably wouldn't have made much out of it because my first target would have been the previous high, and didn't quite materialize, but would have trailed out of that one. But definitely would have waited for the second opportunity, and here is a second opportunity right here. Okay, and again, I have an inside bar, and a pin bar off a level. That is my trigger. Basically, anywhere in this zone, let's just say you took it up top there, that's a 143-point risk for a 400-point trade. Okay, target areas are exactly the opposite. So what I'm looking for is areas where there are fractals, and you can see there was a fractal here. We got above it, so immediately I look for the next fractal. There's my next fractal, and you can see we were flirting with it. Probably would have taken profit on that area there, and then waited for the next pullback. Next pullback comes, and we need to work off the hour here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a retest of a level breakout. There it is there, and we get along. Okay, so in other words, all we're really doing is buying off support. The current price action right now, we do have buyers coming in off support, but we've got this magnet below as well. So it's kind of a mixed bag for me. It's not clear, and we are pretty much at the recent highs. So I would prefer a deeper pullback at the moment. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. You're buying off support. So first thing is just a summary. We're looking for the trend. The trend is the 8-hour. Okay, that's my trend line, is the 8-hour. I'm not interested in lining up the bottoms for a trend. I just want to know what the direction of the instrument is, and it is up. So therefore, it is an 8-hour. I then want to see it break through levels, and I always look to the left for the levels. You cannot find a level on the right, as hard as you're going to try. So you need to look to the left to see where your fractals are that have been broken, and then I want to see a retest and a clear retest. How do I see a clear retest? That is with price action. That'll be an inside bar, it'll be a pin bar, it'll be an engulfing pattern, or a piercing pattern. Those are the only 4 price action patterns that I look for. I'm not interested in anything else. There are hundreds and thousands of other different types of patterns and combinations and things like that. I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in those 4 off a level. Okay, and that level is obviously going to be support. So it would have been resistance, broken through, come back, and then we test it as support. Okay, pretty straightforward. Nothing rocket science to that. And when you're in a strong trend like this, it becomes pretty easy to pick up the longs and ignore these pullbacks. And don't even think about that you're losing money on the pullbacks. You're not. It's giving you better opportunities to buy lower down and to get a better return. Okay, hope it helps. And any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will answer them on this video. Enjoy the rest of the day. Cheers for now.